Alright guys, this is gonna be, I guess this is part one. I'm at the airport right now. It's about 5:45 in the morning. I have an 8 a.m. flight out to New York, where I'm gonna be picked up by my teammate. Really looking forward to that. Bit of an early start this morning. I think I was up at 3:30 in the morning. My wife really wanted to make sure I didn't miss my flight, which is probably a good thing. So pretty knackered. Haven't had a lot of sleep, but hoping to get 2 games in, or at least 1 game in today on Wednesday. So I get into New York at like 11 a.m. and then hopefully I'll have enough time to get 2 games in. That'd be good with the Ultramarines. I've put them on the board once, and I played a game against myself, and I've like read through the day sheets and stuff like that. So feeling reasonably confident on it. I'm thinking hopefully over the next 3 days I can probably get about 5 or 6 games in. That'd be like really optimal, and I think that'll give me enough to be in the group state of understanding it. I think one thing I need to work on immediately going into it is going to be looking at the boards. I'll be doing the pairings for our team, so it'll be important to have an understanding about the board selection, which is pretty close to WTC. They just have dramatically different boards, whereas WTC has boards for the specific deployment that you're playing. So that's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to playing on some GW terrain. The boards are crazy open, so that's one thing for sure. There's a couple of really strong teams here as well. My expectations going into it, I think if we could snag a draw against one of the teams, Stat Check or Art of War, I think that'd be like an ideal goal for us. And then hopefully try and beat every other team there. So an ideal result would be something like 3-0-2, where we play teams that we should beat, and then we draw against teams that are probably better than us. So there we go. Got a bit of prep to do. I'll be jumping on the flight in about an hour and a half. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. This is going to be the first one, and looking forward to it. Next time I'll be recording, I'll be in New York. Hey, what's up everyone? Yo, what's up everyone? My hair's looking terrible. Just got to the mall. This is like the biggest mall I've ever been in my life, by the way. This thing is enormous, bro. This is like the venue. I'll give you guys a little tour around. Round 1 pairings coming up soon. Kid's going to be doing the pairings. It's like played across a couple of conference rooms, so this is the thing. There's TJ, there's Nassim, Stat Check guys, Art of War guys back over there and stuff. This is like one of the halls, and then we go over here. Here's Big Will I'm staying with, and captain's meeting just across there, and then we got another hallway just in here as well. This is my first tournament I played in America, actually. I realized that it's not World Champs. Well, LVO I suppose, but it's the first kind of GT-ish tournament. We got this room here. This is what they call medium size for USA. So as you can imagine, it's pretty nice compared to we're playing with kind of seats and everything like that are right next to each other. So yeah, it's feeling pretty good. Round 1 should be like pretty straightforward. We got Kit doing the pairings when we're on stream for our round 1, and pairings on stream as well. So our big plan is to put guard down first and do really well. Just guys have turned up just then as well. Everyone's feeling good. Went for a run this morning, got coffee. So hopefully we'll smash some people with Ultramarines. Hey, it's TJ, there you go. Good, bro. Here we go. All right, peace out, guys. See you probably after the pairings. I'll try to record some stuff. Yo, morning everyone. It's morning of day 2. I apologize. I didn't do a recap video of my game yesterday. So round 2 of the tournament, I played against Eldari. It was a tough game. Eldari in my matrix was a 2.5, so on the losing side of a draw. We kind of did things in the pairings where I was like, well, okay, I'll just play Yanari, and we'll try to get some good matchups for the rest of the team. And it worked out good for us on paper. We ended up drawing the round. There was a timeout issue on one of our rounds that cost us 5 points, but like 5 diff points. And we would have been projecting for a win otherwise, but hey, that happens. That's how it goes sometimes. It was a super fun round. The Eldari player, I forgot his name off the top of my head because I just woke up, but really lovely guy. We were playing Search and Destroy on the GW Layout 1. I think it's Layout 1 table. I went first as well. It's a really tough matchup for that. I kind of went with the strategy of
I'm not going to kill anything with lethal intent for the first couple of turns, and instead I'm just trying to like tank shock onto objectives, out OCM on objectives, shoot like 2 las cannons and 2 missile launchers at the ranger unit or something like that to whittle everything down. So at least that when it does hit, it's going to be a lower impact play for him. So yeah, because I also saw that his Wave Serpent was kind of out of position behind his home field. So I thought, well, if I just don't trigger lethal intent until I really want to go, then he's not going to be able to activate really well. I put my Reaper in reserve, put the JPIs in reserve, and that worked out really well. The Reaper was insane in that matchup, and the JPIs are really good there as well. I got extremely lucky towards the end of the game. Like the luckiest I think I've ever been in a very long time. I feel so bad. Someone just leaving. I'm here in Greenwich, Connecticut. Beautiful Greenwich, Connecticut again. I'll show you guys again. Look at that. That's lovely. So on round 4, where he really needs to like start cleaning up a lot of stuff, I have a Gravis Captain on 2 wounds. He's got 2 up, 5 up. Feel no pain. And he shoots 5 Dark Reapers. Whiffs with it. Like, he doesn't whiff with everything. I just make every single save. His missile launcher does 2 damage on the Dark Reaper because I don't make the save. I rolled 2 5-up feel no pains. my guy stays on 1 wound. He stays on 2 wounds. He then throws a grenade for 3 mortals. I make like 2 5-ups out of that. The guy goes to 1. He then shoots like a Urain, a Dragon Fusion gun. He shoots Urain, a Dragon Fusion gun, and another Dragon Fusion gun. Like, whiffs with a couple of things. I make 1 save. 1 Dragon Fusion gun goes through. 2 damage. I rolled 2 5-up feel no pains. It's the dumbest thing I've seen. If you're a Marine player kind of struggling with Yanari, I think the Gravis Captain legitimately is really, really good. He's like an early skirmishing piece you can play really close to their expansion. He can just grenade things and then kill things in combat, so he doesn't trigger lethal intent. If you have the double melee loadout as well, it really helps with that. So I'd recommend if you're struggling with Yanari, definitely play that guy. Put him in Tactical Doctrine, and then he can flat reactive 6, right? So that he can skirmish on the point, out OC it, grenade something, shoot something else, flat reactive 6 back when they're trying to jump back on the point to set up their control again. So that's really powerful. Then we've got one really cool play that I had set up early on that I thought was really good. Was I put a Ballistus Dreadnought and Vindicators and stuff on my expansion objective. Now I could only get 1 Ballistus on the point, so he could just put 5 Warp Spiders on there and out OC it with no Overwatch. But what I did was I put Calgar's unit in Tactical Doctrine turn 1, and I had the ability to reactive move onto the middle objective or my expansion objective. So that was a really good way of me being able to secure my primary to get in the 10s, but at the same time it was going to cost some resources to interact with me after that. So I ended up reactive moving into the middle. He brought out 5 Banshees and the Autark unit, killed 3 of Calgar's bodyguards. I then crunched back, held the point, etc. So it's a really good play if you're really struggling. Maybe try that one. You got to play pretty aggressive and really try and outplay things. I mean, I had one play where I was going to I rapid ingress my JPIs. I could hit his Dark Reapers, but then he could lethal intent his Urain unit 10 inches, and then be within heroic range of his Dark Reapers. So I mean, it's pretty hard to outplay stuff like that, but at least at the end of the game, it costed him a lethal intent, which he couldn't then dive my backfield, which might have been more points in the long run. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a recap of Game 4. It's a super fun game, actually. It's a bit of a classic matchup. It's definitely winnable, and it's a skill game at the end of the day on both sides, but it's not Ultramarines favored by any means. You haven't got a lot of tools to move around the board like they do. Okay, yeah, we're playing a team today, I think called Hammer Park Boys. Just going to do the Matrix this morning, have a cup of coffee, and then smash onto it. Ultramarines. It's doing good. I might be an Ultramarines player after all. See you guys. I'll try and take a recap of the games, or like setup of the games and stuff like that, so it's a bit more contextualized. Peace.
There we go, we're here with Lou. What's up, bro? It's definitely Lou, right? I'm playing Vanguard Turner, so a little bit of a new experience for me. A little bit tricky. Lou's going first as well, so it might be a bit of a quick game. We'll see how Lou wants to go. Let me look at the deployment. Bam. Lou's got 30 Gene Stealers, 3 Broodlords up there. I've got the normal, typical castle setup. Got Heroic both directions. Scouts coming back. Lou's got Biovord, Hive Tyrant. There we go. Who's got this over there? I think going first is probably... You're on camera, Lou. Did you want to go first or second? Honest answer.
Yeah, I'm kind of good either way.
I kind of wanted to go first. If your scout moved backwards, would have been good.
Live at the end of turn 5.
I see. We're gonna skip bloodbath. I'll give you guys an update later on.
But now you can.
Yeah.
Now
There
you
we go.
absolutely can.
Going into Lou's turn 2. He's deciding whether or not to pull the trigger. I've got a recently saved castle here, so we'll see how big he wants to go. He's got the warriors over there and the zone throats. The zone throats can definitely come down and hit this, but this castle here is pretty dangerous for him. So he's got to figure out a way to tackle this objective here, because I can definitely go that direction after. So we'll see how it goes. Hope they don't take too much damage. Here we are, guys. We're going into my round 4. Got a lot of the board. Lou is playing for points here. I don't know what the point score is going to look like in the end, but Lou's debating the Battle Shock, Shadows, and the Warp at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just about to decide whether or not to put this unit here, way downstream here, to hit that objective, or maybe I'll OCS on objective. So we'll see. He didn't draw good secondaries last turn, so that was good for me. And hopefully he's not going to have to draw secondaries next turn as well. There we go. We're here with Lou. Good game.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Fist pump, boom. 16-4, which is kind of on my matrix.
Yeah,
You went first on Linchpin, boxed me in a little bit. Actually a super interesting game. Vanguard's really interesting. You have a lot of units, reactive move. I've got like the toughness, I'll table you eventually sort of thing, so it's kind of like navigating that, like how aggressive you play sort of thing. You had a couple of good turns of good secondaries, but then you had the one dud turn, so it's kind of expected overall, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Gilliman failed the 6-up rerollable leadership. Awesome, and that was like a 1 div point swing in the end.
It was, yeah.
And so yeah, no, it was an absolutely fantastic game. I think pretty much an expected result, more or less, right?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for the game, Lou. And I'll see you, well, good luck in the next round, eh?
You as well.
See you, bud.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's the last day of the tournament. Obviously, I'm a lot more consistent at doing the recordings when I've got time to remember to do them in the morning. Did some pretty good recordings of the games yesterday. Yesterday we won 1 and drew 1, so we're currently 2 wins, 0 losses, and 2 draws. Sorry, I didn't sleep great last night, so I'm a bit tired. This morning we got stat check, and we're probably going to get absolutely mulched. I asked them last night if they were up for doing random pairings, so hopefully they have some fun and do some random pairings. But obviously they're an ultra strong team. StatCheck have played the 2nd team at the moment in the rankings and the 3rd team at the moment, so they're playing the 4th team, which is us in the current position. Should be good fun. The guys are really looking forward to it. If I could play someone, hopefully I'd like to play someone new. That'd be cool. So I've played against Josh, Nassim, Ennis on their team before, so maybe it'd be nice to play, and I played against Anthony, so maybe it'd be nice to play against maybe Brian. That'd be good. I threw him down the gauntlet challenge yesterday, so hopefully we can make that happen. It'd be cool to play Brian on stream. Probably lose that one, but I think it'd be a close game. Brian's got a lot of experience playing against John, of course, so I'd be the underdog in that one for sure. So the guys are pumped. Yesterday had 2 fun games. Played into Aldari for the first up in the morning with Yanari. Managed to get a little bit lucky there on the last turn, but then my luck completely disappeared in my last pairing. I played Awakened Dynasty on layout 8, which was probably about low as my matrix was getting in that one. On Purge the Foe. Last turn my opponent makes an 8-inch charge to get Orican into Gilliman. Does 9 div wounds, okay, and then 1 Cryptothrall, gets 1 wound through, and as a 2-up rerollable for me, and I fail both. And then Gilliman doesn't get back up. Bearing in mind that if my Gilliman just lives there, I can precision out his whole character unit. and then so that was like 2 diff points there, so I only got a 12 on that one. But that feels like a 14-6 matchup. And Purge the Foe is obviously a little bit easier for him to play. So on a regular board, I think that's a really good matchup. But yeah, it was really fun. Hey, the luck goes some way. Luck goes taketh and it giveth. My Gravis captain got very lucky yesterday, so Gilliman wasn't lucky today. My Gilliman hasn't stood up yet, so I'm still waiting for that as well. So maybe this time I'm just going to YOLO him, knowing that he's going to stand up because he hasn't stood up yet. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes this morning. I'll hopefully try and take some videos of like the game, and hopefully I get someone cool. Alright guys, peace out.
Here we go, boys. Of course, the matchup. Round 7 or something like that? Round 5. No, but we've played 6 times, 5 times? Something like that. Of course, Nassim and I are playing. But, you know, I'm not really interested in playing against Warhammer. I got very lucky. I deployed everything on the line. I said, I don't give a fuck, and then I went first. So, we'll see what I can push, though. But that's the best thing about teams, though. You can still play for points. So, it's going to be a fun one. I'll give you guys an update in a bit. Nassim's probably going to, like, crush a lot of this. Stall me here, run away from Gilliman and Calgar. I'm hoping with a bit of tempo I can create a differential, maybe hold him down a bit longer. He's tagged up a little bit. But with guard, it's going to be swingy if you can get through the 2+ saves in AOC and smoke, right? So there we go. He's got Fields of Fire and obviously... Exactly. 4-ups. There we go.
Yo guys, we are back. Tournament has been completed. I'll probably show like the footage of StatCheck winning the final prize there. Just want to do a quick recap. We ended up coming in 6th. Just kind of the way it falls out of the pairings there. I think there was a position where we could have came in like 3rd or 4th, depending if we like win the round that we kind of lost to time. I played against Nassim in the end there. And man, I really tried to push him as hard as possible. I always deployed everything on the line, went first, and yeah, it just goes to show like the resilience of a great player like Nassim. You know, he can play in bad situations super well, and that's really the strength of a player. He completely adapted his play style based on how I was playing, flipped the board in the right way. So yeah, it was a really awesome game. It was super interesting playing Nassim on an army that was guard. Well, Nassim playing guard, but I wasn't playing guard because I kind of saw things from the different side of the perspective there. So yeah, I understood his thought process for everything like that, and yeah, it was a really good game. Ended up being an 11-9 to me, and man, his secondaries were just cooking the whole time. I think he got 2 more secondaries than me, but he had more. I think he had the same, if not more, secondaries than me in the first 3 turns, despite the fact that I was pushing him in his deployment zone. He hadn't left his deployment zone basically for the first 3 turns. So yeah, it was a really good game. That's just the way it be sometimes in the card draws. But yeah, overall we got a bit slapped up by StatCheck. Of course, I mean, fantastic team, but everyone was in super high spirits. I know that all the guys that played, all the fantastic players there from our team, had an absolute blast. So yeah, it was awesome. I guess just some closing thoughts about recapping the tournament as I'm sitting here in next place. It was really interesting playing on the GW terrain, especially in the teams format. We were playing on a pretty unique set of like terrain ruin walls, which I think probably shape a lot of the meta there as well. So it's kind of strange to, and really hard to adapt to, because you're playing on a new terrain format, but also the ruins aren't the same ruins that they would normally use for the Games Workshop. They're actually really thick blocking as well. So yeah, it was a really interesting experience. I don't think that the Games Workshop boards necessarily lead to great game outcomes, just me personally. There are some boards which are good to play on, but they are extremely straightforward and obvious, I guess is the word, on how to play. And that's really reflected in a lot of the games, I think, as well. So, for better or for worse, that's kind of how it is. But if I think about the complexity of, say, a WTC board versus a Games Workshop, and how much you can really understand and use the board layout, it was completely different. So that was a really interesting experience. Later on, you guys, well, I'll know the result before I post this, but I'm going to be playing against Kit Hannah Smith. We're going to be playing Mechanized Guard versus Imperial Knights. The team that I'm with do some crazy stuff. They do like bet gambling odds on games in the stream room downstairs. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm going to be playing against Kit. gets kind of the guy, and the odds are 50-50. So I'm really excited for that. It'll be really fun. I haven't played against the Imperial Knights yet, especially on GW boards, and they've been doing a lot better on Games Workshop boards. So it'd be really interesting to see how they do. It's going to be recorded as well, so I'll put it up on the YouTube channel, and we can kind of analyze that. Maybe do like a deep dive afterwards as well. So that'd be really cool. It's going to be cool to understand why that army is strong on Games Workshop boards, but isn't really as prevalent on UKTC boards. So yeah, I pushed my flight back for that so that I can stay and play that match and hang out with the guys tonight. We're going to be playing a round of poker as well. And then tomorrow I'm going to be going for some cycling. I'm going to use Nick's bike and cycle around Greenwich and maybe somewhere else as well on top of that and have a great time. So yeah, I'll see you guys probably in the airport tomorrow, or maybe I'll give you a game recap of Kit and I's game. Peace.